Just a little introduction here. My name's Jay. I've been farming about 4 years with my dad. I would be the 5th generation farmer. We only do corn and soybeans here in central Illinois. I just wanted to start a YouTube channel and kind of have videos to look back on when I'm older, you know, and my family can look back on and they can kind of see what's going on here, maybe learn what's going on here as I learn, and we'll just see what happens. So anyway, here's what we got going on. I want to start this YouTube channel, but I didn't want to start until 23's crop season, so I really wanted harvest to be over. Well, we've got 80 acres left, and I just decided I'm going to go ahead and start it now. That way I can get the introduction and stuff like that out of the way, and we can just jump right into tillage right when we're done. So here we are in this 80 acres. We got to take quite a bit of it to town, which they close at 6, which is a big issue. We're hoping to get done today. We've got a bin just across the road that I'm going to be carting over to once the elevator closes, but it only holds about 10,000 bushels. So we're going to try and get done today. We'll see what happens. Here we are pulling into the grain elevator. What we do here is we pull up on the scale, open our tarp up. That big blue thing right in front of me there, that's what they call a probe. That probe gets stuck into the back of the truck there, and they vacuum it up through that tube, and they're able to test the corn in the truck. They get a little sample of it, and they got a moisture tester, and that way they can tell me which pit to go to, whether it needs to go to a pit that's dry corn that sends it to a dry bin, or it gets sent straight to a dryer so I can dry down that corn. So right now I just pulled up over a pit. They sent me to the dry pit. It's going straight into the bin. This coming out of the field is about 14.5%. Anyway, he's finishing dumping me. I'm gonna pull back onto the scale while I'm empty. They're gonna get my light weight, and they're gonna know exactly how many pounds I just dumped off and how many bushels that I gave them to store. So once I'm done on the scale, they'll print me off a little ticket here. Tells me what the moisture was, how much weight I brought them, calculates how many bushels I put in storage there. The inland terminals, they make it quite simple. I mean, you don't even got to get out of the truck. You haul it out of the field, you drive straight there, pull on the scale, like I said, they probe you, find the moisture and the weight, determine which pit they want to send you to. You drive straight to the pit. They've got a guy standing there waiting to dump the truck. They dump you and you just pull right back on the scale and they print you off a ticket. Drive back to the field. You never even got to get out of the truck. It's nice. We're thinking we're going to need about 13,000 bushels stored over here in order to get the rest of what's standing in the field into the bin. That bin only holds about 10, maybe 11,000 bushel. So who knows? Hopefully the corn is better than that, and we need to bring 75 loads over here because it's yielding 500 bushel an acre, but you and I both know that that's not the case. As you can see, these are the machines we're working with. We got a 7120 case combine, 8-row corn head. As for this, we've got a 305 case Magnum pulling a Brent 1196 Avalanche. It's a little muddy, needs cleaned. We've got a T800 Kenworth with a Wilson trailer on the back. That's what we're working with. Now the terminal that I'm taking all this stuff to is actually extremely close. It's only about maybe 10 minutes away. Probably not even that. So I am absolutely swamping him. He's only got 18,000 pounds on me, and I need about 58,000 pounds anyway to fill the truck. We're gonna be able to unload him on the go quite a bit here, so that'll speed him up and get me trucks faster. We just kind of sit back here and wait until he unfolds his auger and lets me know he needs to be done. Then we unload on the go. That way he can keep running. I'll just pull up beside him while he's picking. We'll dump, and he never has to stop. That orange flashing light on the combine means he's getting full. And there goes the spout. So the easiest way I've found to always make sure you're right underneath them at the right spot. You can see the rows. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you want to put this tire right along that sixth row. and it'll put you about dead center. As far as the speed, you just kind of got to guess. He doesn't really tell you. If you're going too fast or slow, he'll let you know. But other than that, he kind of just assumes that you know how fast he's going. So this farm is kind of a weird one. Anyway, there's a lot of standpipes to watch out for. He just radioed over to me and said that the one side is actually pretty tough to get off the ground. He's gonna have to pick it one way. If not, we might have to get a reel. Not sure you can see it or not, but there's black braces on the front of that corn head sticking out into the corn. Those braces are to hold a reel. We had to use it last year. We never took the brackets off. And the reason being is because when you need a reel, it's kind of a pain to put them back on. So we never took them off because we did see some storm damage this year right before fall, and we were thinking we might have had some down corn. But we've made it through all of our corn acres without the reel. This is the last 80 acres, and we might have to put the reel on. Hopefully not. If we do have to put it on, you'll see how that gets put on and what it does. It's just like a grain head reel, where it's just got long arms reaching out, picking up what's on the ground or what's out there. So see, those rows are kind of falling over or already down. Those are the ones we might need a reel for. That's not too bad. The corn head is scooping them up and putting them in, but there are some areas out here that are just flatter than a pancake. We are loaded down, almost 64,000 pounds. Time to head back to the truck, get her filled, take her to town, repeat. Okay, what we do when we're unloading a truck, we're gonna go ahead and hit start to start unloading. Turn the PTO on. That engages that bad boy right there so that the auger turns on. And we're gonna throttle up. 1500 RPMs is absolutely plenty. And then this guy here, he controls that gate. That little red arrow there opens up the gates down here and through the bottom of the cart to let grain through. Now on 1500 RPMs, I can easily open that gate up to probably 8. Honestly, it gets a little hard to load the truck because it piles so fast. These are short sides on this Wilson, and you'll see how quick it piles up here. That's only on 7. I don't know anybody that goes to 10 unless you had high sides on the trailer to where you could, you know, at least catch it before it comes over the sides. I've gone to 9 and it was not pretty. I definitely spilled some corn. Okay, we are done filling the truck. Shut the gate first, then turn the PTO off. Now we're gonna write down how much weight we got on there. Doesn't much matter right now to write it down because it is going to town, so we got a ticket that tells us how much weight, but I do it anyway. Go ahead and fold the auger back up, even though we really don't need to. We could leave it out, but we'll fold it back up just for the heck of it. Get this set somewhere where he can get dumped easier. Take that truck to town. He's already got a hopper, so he might have a truckload for me by the time I get back. So we've got a problem. Our air is not building in the truck, meaning we've got an air leak somewhere. That's got to be fixed. I really don't want to be stranded out in the middle of the road. So while we're still in the field, we're going to try and find that issue. I can hear it, I just have no idea where it's coming from. Let's shut the truck off, see if we can still hear it. That doesn't help, I can't see anything. Well, I cannot find where that leak is happening. I can hear it plain as day, but I have no idea where it's at. So we're gonna go ahead and get this dumped. It looks like as long as I'm driving the compressor's keeping up, so we shouldn't get stranded unless it totally severs while I'm driving there, which would be depressing. But that's not going to happen. We're gonna get this load in because I want to get this dumped so that it's light, the truck is light, and we can take it home, uncouple it from the trailer, and get this thing in the shop so that we can see what's going on. Get out of the wind so we can actually kind of hear where it's coming from. Might have to tear the floor apart, I have no idea, because I can't really reach up underneath the cab, so we'll find out. Well, we got it unloaded. I was gonna uncouple the trailer, but that's just more time. So I think I'm just gonna nose it in the shop. Maybe we can get the door closed between the trailer and the truck.
Now, it could be inside the frame right there. Hopefully this is fast.
Hopefully.
It's a big leap.
I know.
Shit, I can't get under here.
It's pretty tight.
I've come from the other side.
Yeah, kind of hand it out.
See if you can get a hold of it there.
Oh, God. Okay, well, that was just a real quick, easy fix. We're already back to the farm. I mean, it really took no time at all. Not a problem. I would have showed you guys how we got it fixed, but it got fixed so fast. I mean, all we had to do is we just pulled the seat out of the cab, found out that there wasn't a panel to get to the bottom of the truck, and then we called the neighbor and just borrowed their truck. It was that simple. We normally would not call and borrow a truck, but there's a rain coming. We got 70 acres left. That's the second truck that's broke down. We've had nothing but fits with repairs this harvest as it is. We just don't have time. I mean, it's like I said, it's gonna rain tomorrow. The elevator closes at 6, so thank God for Riddell's, our neighbors there, for letting us borrow their truck. Otherwise, we probably wouldn't get done before the rain. We still may not, because we just wasted a bunch of time trying to fix that truck. Should we see how fast we could load this truck? We're just gonna do it on 8 because I still don't feel, I don't even know if this tractor would handle it in 10th. That was about a minute and a half, I would say, or a minute 45 maybe. With the high sides on the trailer, you're a lot less likely to spill corn over the side, so that's why I wanted to try that. You know what I can't stand? I just can't stand it. Farmers. Why? They just, all they do is take up the road. They're just slow movers. Just, why, you know? I will say that it does match with the red equipment, though. The camera just doesn't do it justice, honestly. Absolutely beautiful out. Anyway, it is after 6 o'clock. We are done taking trucks into the elevator for now. Hopefully we can get some in tomorrow before it rains. I think we got 7 truckloads despite the Kenworth breaking down. I'm headed through the middle of this maze to go unload my father on the go, and we'll start unloading this cart into the bin back there. Grain cart drivers just, they gotta do everything. Well, he almost put it through the combine. Now where's the hole? Ah, I found you. Oh. As good as new. That right there is exactly what I was talking about when I said this field has a ton of standpipes. Those little orange things are basically just areas for water to just run straight from the top of the ground down into the tile that we've got running through the ground. That tile helps wash rainwater out of the field or out of certain wet areas so it's not a soppy mess. We've got a lot of those standpipes on the high end of a berm, and what that does is that water goes into that tile instead of washing down the side of the hill, taking all the topsoil with it and just eroding everything away. The whole crew showed up tonight, which is always nice. Got to spend some time with the family. My mom brought some beef stew for the dad. My mom brought some beef stew for Dad and I. I've got way too many cords in this thing. We still got about 45 acres left. No way the bin is gonna hold all that. So we're gonna be going into tomorrow. We're gonna run as long as we can tonight and fill the bin. And hopefully we have enough time in the morning before it rains or while it's raining. Hopefully it's not raining too hard. Or we can get this done. This is our last, this is the home stretch. We're trying to get done. And that way we can move on to tillage, move on to 23. We're done with 22. The repairs have been terrible. Can't complain about the crop though. So we've got the truck with the auger underneath already running. Just taking it straight up to the bin, and I'm leaving it all run while I'm gone. Oh Lord, it is well past my bedtime. So we're calling it a night. We did not get finished. We're close, but we'll see what tomorrow brings.